Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well this evening. Rocking and rolling along on a Monday night. Welcome to Note Night in America. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we've had one of these. I have enjoyed my vacation. Got recharged. Got a little bit of a too big of a haircut the other night, but that's okay. Excited to be here and rejuvenating. Got some good stuff for you this Monday on Note Night in America. Once again, thank you all for joining us live. We are live streaming this on YouTube as well. Along with, make sure I hit the record button here. Yeah, we're live on Note Night in America now. And yes, it is being recorded. We'll be sharing that as well across the different platforms and be sending an email out to those that are registered for the call. So if you got to step out early, don't worry about it. This call will take probably right about an hour. We've got some good stuff to go through tonight, but I'm excited to be back. I'll tell you that. Definitely excited to be back here in Austin after a fun couple of weeks. Some comments here. Yes, Jeff Wolf. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. It's nice to be missed. Thank you first and foremost for all the birthday wishes that people sent out. I was overwhelmed. 780, 800 plus invites or connections. So thank you very much. I appreciate that greatly. But I'm excited to be back here with you guys on Monday night. Whether you believe it or not, I missed you on Monday night. The 3 Mondays that we were gone, I missed you. The 4 Mondays that we were gone, I missed you. But we're excited to get rocking back. Tonight's excited. It's open to everybody. The next couple of weeks, though, through the end of June, the 17th and the 24th will be just private WCN crew members out there as well. So thanks, Laura. Appreciate it. Thanks, Jeff Wolf. Yeah, I can't be the same guy because the guy I know left. But anyway, tonight, if it's your first night, join us because we have had quite a few people opt into our website and other things and getting more information. Hey, if it's your first Note Night in America, welcome to Note Night out there. We're excited to have you. We've got a variety of note and real estate investors that join us regularly on this. People interested in note investing. These calls are recorded. I did hit the record button. It is also live stream live, which is great. We stream to YouTube. So I encourage you to go to the We Close Notes YouTube page and subscribe. May we had 124 people subscribe to our YouTube channel. It was a great month. You can use the link weclosenotes.tv to take you to all our recordings. Love for you to subscribe there. But you can also listen to these on iTunes as well, as we have our own Note Night in America podcast out there. So check it out there if you miss it. They get uploaded there. We'll have some new ones uploaded this week as well. Excited, though, for those of you that listen to the podcast or watch the podcast that we do regularly, the Note Closer Show podcast. May was a bumper month for us, just under 30,000 downloads, which is a record, just a new month record. Wanted to hit the 30,000 download mark, but didn't do it, but that's okay. I'm not going to complain. We've got over 470 episodes recorded. Most of them are online. Either you can catch them on our website, which has been redone. I know we've had a couple of hacks over the last couple of weeks. It's not been more stressing than doing that, having that happen right before you're going on vacation than having it happen. But it's been fixed, updated with some new security and things like that. So you can catch all the podcast episodes on our website, weclosenotes.com. You can read all the blogs, all that good stuff there. Excited. We have surpassed the 3 million listener mark on our AM, FM radio stations of 17 channels across the country. We're pretty stoked about that. That's just listeners that are listening in on the radio station's website, not actual airway listeners. So we're pretty stoked about hitting that 3 million mark. I would love for you to review and subscribe, but once again, lots of great content, interviews, guests, and vendors out there. So I had a couple good back-to-back episodes this morning with Rebecca Miller from Quest Trust Company and Aaron Young from Laughlin Associates today. So we're getting rock and rolling and providing a lot of great stuff out there. Question here. Thanks, Laura. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's 3 million over the last 3 months. We're averaging right about 1 million listeners, just under like 73,000 an episode because we do it every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. On those different 17 channels. So excited. So what you heard today will be live on those different channels tomorrow and Wednesday. So, but anyway, let's dive into it. We do have our upcoming fast track training here in Austin, Texas. Next one's not this weekend, but the following weekend, June 21st to the 23rd. And then the next one is July 19th through the 21st here in Austin, Texas. I'll tell you this, we're not slowing down anytime soon. That actual number is not right. April was the last one we had. I needed to update that slide. But anyway, 3 days of intense training. We've had so many people sign up for the blueprint over the last few weeks. Last month, we had a lot of signups for it. So those people are looking to take their business to the next level, looking for a good kick in the butt. a really good, swift kind of go from 0 to 60 in 6 weeks versus 6 months. The fast track is where you want to look at it. There's 2 spots that remain, to one in June and one in July. So if you want to come in, hey, opportunity for you to do that. Come on in, spend some days, 3 days with me here in Austin, small group setting, 6 people or less, and really take your business to the next level. So I'd love to have you, definitely. And then, of course, Note Camp commercial. The extras, the 50% early bird seats is no longer around. It's normal price, $699. We'll be focused on commercial notes, mobile homes, hotels, mixed-use asset managers, land. This is an old slide. It's where it's basically it's $699. We got some great speakers. We added 2 more today. Phenomenal commercial experts that are going to come on board and really provide some great content. So you can check that out as well at notecamp.live to get signed up for that. Any questions or comments? Yeah, Joe, I agree. I'm pretty excited about commercial Note Camp as well. Just having the conversations with speakers. You're probably going to start seeing some of them being interviewed on the podcast a little bit, 30-minute to 1-hour episodes, just kind of get a chance to visit with them beforehand. And I think it'll be a great promo for Note Camp commercial coming up here too. So that's what's going to be taking place over the next couple of weeks. But any other comments, questions, concerns? Steph and I had a great time. I'm not going to apologize for as much as fun as we have. Was able to check off quite a few things on the bucket list in a couple of places. Don't get me wrong, traveling is always a great thing. It's one of the best ways I do to unwind, whether it's traveling somewhere in the States and actually going for fun, or going somewhere abroad is always a fun thing as well too. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Thanks, Paul. But it was great. We did share a lot of photos online with things, but one of the coolest things was going to Stonehenge. Steph and I really enjoyed that on one of our last days in Europe. Full days there. It was kind of breathtaking, really kind of interesting to see some cool things. Obviously we enjoyed ourselves too with a couple pints. That's taken in the ale house from Bath, where we saw the Russian baths. This is at Windsor Castle. This is all in one day. We booked an excursion to hit all 3 of these things in the last day alone. But we had so many great things that happened to take place, from walking around Cannes. This is taken in Cannes, France. That was the last day of the last excursion with the cruise, Norwegian Cruise Line. This is in Tuscany. What a fun time that was, going to San Giovanni, I believe. I'm going to butcher that. But it was just gorgeous in the Italian countryside in Tuscany there, just gorgeous views. This is fun in Seville, checking out the, I'm going to forget this, the Spanish Square there. It was just remarkable seeing how big the square was and how beautiful it was. Of course, we were on a Disney boat. Jeff Wolf, you'll love this. Yes, it's funny to walk around. Some good things just happened to us. We were literally walking. I don't remember where we were. I think we were headed to lunch. I think one of the many buffets on the Disney cruise. And all the characters were out getting photos together. We were one of 30 people that were able to take advantage of that and get into it. Yeah, I had a good time on Ratline. All came back only 3 pounds heavier, which is not bad. Worked out quite a bit. But why am I sharing this stuff with you is that we just had a good time. I mean, I think everybody needs some time away from life. You got to get away from it to kind of not just reconnect, but just to kind of recharge your batteries. And we really pride. I'm glad the fact that we do something big every year at least. You got to enjoy yourself. Yeah, we got a little dressed up in tux and black tie 2 nights there and had a great time. But my dad, William Carson, one of the things, my dad's been gone for over a decade now. And one of the things he left me with was this quote that he gave me. And it wasn't, and probably heard other people say it, but life is all about making memories is what my dad says. When I asked my dad when he was really kind of on his deathbed, hey, what do you want to do and accomplish? Hey, life is all about making memories, Scott. It's all about making memories, but you got to realize you have to live life first. And that's one of the things that Steph and I are happy that we're going out and seeing things. A lot of people wait till they get late in age, late in their years before they go do something because I got to make the money. And I can understand it. Yeah, hey, was it cheap? By no means it wasn't cheap. But was it the most expensive? Oh, no. We were very budget mindset of some things. We saved money on some of the things. Some people are like, oh, my God, you must be spending a fortune. I'm like, no, not really. I mean, there's a lot of great ways of looking into it. And don't get me wrong, we had fun. And we made a lot of memories. And life is not cool if all you do is work. You burn yourself out. You run yourself down. You run your energy. And I will tell you, I'll be the first one honest. I was ready for vacation. I was ready to get out of Austin. I was ready to go somewhere and unwind. And it's the proof is in the pudding. The fact is I slept basically almost all the first 3 days in the boat. Thank God it was a transatlantic cruise the first week. I basically slept, got up, worked out, ate, and went back to bed for the most part. It's about what I did the first 3 days. Okay. Thank you, Sumit. I appreciate it. Yep, that's one of the things we're planning on doing, going to Australia and New Zealand at some point. But the thing, my dad always told me, hey, you got to live your life first. You got to knock stuff out. Don't be afraid to go live. Don't be afraid about going out and making memories. Nobody's going to remember how much money you're in. Nobody's going to remember in the long run how many people have it on a webinar tonight. It's not going to matter really after a week. But what is going to matter to me is the fact that I took the time off to recharge, to see things. Those memories are going to take with us much more than, oh, hey, I spent home and spent 3 more weeks doing podcasts. Now, we use some great things and tools so that things ran smoothly and tools along the way. But it was important for us. We talked about, oh, let's cancel it. We've got other things we have focused on. No, I'm glad we didn't cancel it. I'm glad we took it. So why am I saying this? Why am I telling you that? Like I said, you have to have a goal. You've heard me talk about this before. You have to have a goal. And so I encourage all of you, if you've wanted to go somewhere, like Samed talking about going to Australia, New Zealand, or going someplace, if you've got someplace you've always wanted to go, do yourself a favor. Book it. I mean, we work hard. We sure as hell play hard. All right. Yeah. Everything goes smoothly? Pretty much. Anything that didn't go smoothly, stuff that couldn't be fixed along the way. But what I have found, and I've seen that, I saw this from going to my emails today and then talking with people before going on the cruise, even talking to a few people as we were out because the phone worked and the internet worked a little bit. But I only checked my email twice while traveling. Is I find people are floundering because of a couple of things. They're getting bad advice. People are getting bad advice from people that have no reason to be giving advice. They're hearing too many voices there. Oh, you should be doing this. You should be doing this. You should be doing this. I had a conversation with a guy today out of Southern California. He said, well, I've been told I should do this and this. I'm like, who the heck is telling you all this stuff? He goes, well, I know this guy. And I'm like, okay. And he did this business like tried to do the business 5 years ago. I'm like, just look, if people aren't having success in something, you shouldn't be listening to them. If they're not having the numbers are not where you want to be in 6 months or 12 months or in 2 years or wherever, don't listen to them. I hate to say that, but if where I'm at business-wise is not someplace where you guys don't want to be, you want to be way beyond me, then don't listen to me. Go find somebody who's way beyond me. This is what I'm trying to get it. I have a trainer. I don't get a brand new trainer. Now, don't get me wrong, we'll start somewhere. But I have somebody who's got 15 years experience of being a personal trainer, and I listen to him. I take his advice, take his counsel. Yeah, I want to argue with him sometimes, but he shows me actions. He doesn't talk much. He shows me the actions, and sure enough, it works out. And it's the same thing. I don't listen to anybody else. I don't listen to all these fad diets or all these TV shows. I listen to the guy who's giving me counsel, not advice, but counsel, and helped a lot of people get where I want to be. And that's the point of what I want to tell you guys. Listen, seek counsel, quit seeking advice, okay? And the thing is, I was talking to someone, I signed up for this, or I signed up for that, or I can't afford this because I signed up for that. And I'm just like, at some point, you have to stop signing up and attending things and just start doing the work. Do we have an amazing fast track training? Yes. Do we have an amazing mastermind? Yes. Do we have an amazing no buying blueprint training? Yes. But if you're not going to put your time in to work those things or get trained and then put the things to work, don't spend your money on it. I'm the first one to tell you, listen, you're all over the place. Don't spend your money. I don't want your money. You're just going to be a waste of time. And my time is more valuable to me than getting somebody else's couple $100 off a blueprint or sign up for coaching. If you're not going to do what I tell you to do, then don't bother me. Then don't do it. Save your money or go donate it somewhere else and get something else. So that's what I'm trying to get at here, everybody. A lot of us put off things because we think we can't afford things when we can afford things, or I don't have the time for it. Well, we all have time for things. It depends on what you spend your time on. Unless you're working like 100 hours a week at your job, then you don't really have time. Okay. So tonight's topic is called the Note Hustler. All right. I think this is designed for the next month's t-shirts. Swag bags are coming out here, guys. Sorry, we ordered some stuff that came in and it just didn't look good, so I canceled it and had to reorder it, and it just arrived like last week. So got some cool things coming out in the swag bags. You're really, really going to love this month's stuff. But anyway, tonight's all about the Note Hustler. Okay. And I want let's make this simple, because I know more people are doing this part-time than full-time. So tonight's call is more about those that are doing this part-time. It's a side hustle, okay? It's a side hustle. It's all about you guys that are doing this on a part-time where you still have a full-time gig, okay? Now, what do I mean by side hustle? Now, you like to talk about Gary Vaynerchuk, talks about the 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. If you work a full-time job, but you come home, you work the 9 to 5, you usually have the 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. to do your stuff for your side hustle. And like I said, it means you have a job or career outside of notes or real estate. Basically, you aren't a full-time investor. You don't do real estate full-time. You don't wake up, you still report to somebody. There is nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, everybody? Nothing wrong with it at all. We all have our own time and place. We all have our own goals in mind. But if your goal is to get to the point where you're full-time, then you've got to be doing things. And what I'm going to discuss tonight will be 10 to 15 hours a week. We're not talking anything longer than more. And what was funny, I put 10 to 15 hours per week as I'm going through this and I'm putting things. I'm like, at the very end, I have a slide. I'm like, oh, yeah, somebody's brand new, who's doing this and struggling with this, is going to take this, or seeing some experience. Okay, more like this. Oh, bam. It came right out 10 hours a week. When I added it all up, I was like, first time through, I didn't even like, oh, I got to add something or take away. No, it was kind of funny that way. And the things I'm going to talk about tonight are inexpensive or free for the most part. These are items that you can do from anywhere, whether you're in Kyle, Texas, or Dallas, or Portland, Oregon, or in Seville, Spain, or Barcelona, Spain, or London, England. You could do these things from anywhere. And actually, some of these things I did while I was killing time over there. Don't get me wrong, I didn't kill much time. Between the food, the wine, the sites, and the travel. When I was on a long bus ride, I spent a little time doing some of this stuff. But you can do it from anywhere, okay? This will help you find deals. It will also help you raise capital on these simple things with your side hustle, okay? So for some of you, it's like, well, Scott, you've told me this before. Well, yeah, if you're a full-time note investor, this may not be the one for you. I mean, there's always some good recap and a couple new nuggets I drop into that I've started to see some things from. But these are all things that I still do today. So the proof is in my mouth. It's not me, oh, do as I say, not as I do. No, do as I say, because I do as I say. All right. These are all things that I still do today. Okay. So let's start off with the checklist. Pull it out. Things you must have if you're going to be doing this on the side hustle. And I thought about this because I had several people like, oh, I signed up, and I started calling asset managers like, well, do you have this? And do you have this? And do you have this? Like, no, I just want to start calling asset managers. I'm like, well, you're shooting yourself off. You're cutting your nose off to spite your face. You can't do that. You got to put some things in place. You'll put some foundation down. You want to build a big house? You don't start building a roof. You want to build a big house. The most important thing is a good, solid rock foundation. These are the things that you must have. And today, it's a little bit different than it was than 5 years ago. It's a little bit different than it was 10 years ago. But first and foremost is you have to have a complete LinkedIn profile. The free version of LinkedIn is fine, all right? But a complete, and I mean by complete, I mean a completely filled out profile, all right? Now, I'm not talking, I'll get to more, do I need a new one versus my own? We'll get to that in a second. The second thing you must have is it's the 21st century. Scotty's here to beam you up, as always, everybody. And you've got to do this now. You've got to have a website, and you've got to have some place on your website, either close to the top right-hand corner with an opt-in, or it's a place to capture emails. You could have a tripwire, or hey, get my free report, whatever, something to get people to opt in and capture emails. You got to have a website, okay? Third thing you got to have is an email service provider. Now, what I mean by this, you need to have something you're using on a regular basis. If your last email was last January, you need to dust that off and go ahead and send it up. And you know what? You don't have to pay for it. Because usually a lot of times these email service providers will give you what is it? Constant Contact gives you like 100 for free. MailChimp will give you like 2,000. Realize, just start paying for it. This is the one aspect of this that you're going to have to pay for. And it's not that expensive, but use it. Because if you're uploading asset managers from lists that we've talked about before, downloading your contacts, you're going to exceed the free contacts. You might as well, start making it. Because the reason I find if you start paying for something, you're going to take more notice to make sure you use it. That's what we do. If I'm paying for something, I'll make damn sure I'm using it. Otherwise, stuff is going to, in 6 weeks, be like, are you using that yet? Or can we take it off? I'm like, okay. This may sound simple, but I see so many people botch this. A professional headshot. Make it look good. Now, I don't care if you're taking a selfie, but make it picture look good. If it's you and your spouse, don't be all crowded together. Make sure the light is good. Make sure you're not on a table with dirty dishes, or make sure you're not wearing something ugly, or there's not some guy behind you going, hey, a professional shot, preferably against a solid color background. Okay. Let's leave the gold boas and the pink boas off, though. Okay. You're in business. Another thing you got to have an entity, an LLC or S corp, and then you've got to have the corresponding social pages. So what I mean by that, the Facebooks, the LinkedIn's, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, if you're going to use your business. You can use namecheck.com to check those out. But you got to have an entity name. You're in business. You're not doing brownies and lemonade stands. You're in the business of note investing. You got to take it to the next level. Don't tell me, well, I just want to use my IRA. Well, that's fine. You're not in business. You are in business. Keep that in mind. So you need to have, you got to have an entity, you got to have an LLC. All right. You need to have a personal Facebook page and a business Facebook page. Don't care. Don't argue with me on this. Well, I don't want to do that. That's fine. Then go do something else. Would you go to the doctor and the doctor tell you, hey, I need you to take this pill once a day for the next year for you to survive? I need you to take this pill once a day for you to be able to be happy and be able to walk. Would you do that? Of course you wouldn't. Well, the note doctor is in here, everybody, and I'm telling you, you need these things. Okay? You need a personal and business Facebook page. And you got to have your face on there. If you don't have that, I'm sorry. The only exception is if your spouse is working with you, then your spouse is okay to have it. But you need to have a business Facebook page anyway. Okay? You need to have a YouTube channel. And if you've got a Gmail account, guess what? You've already got a YouTube channel. It's free. You want to go on there, use your logo, try to get some subscribers. We'll go through more of that, why your YouTube channel is so important. And then you need to know what you're looking for. The worst thing you can do is, as a note investor or any type of real estate investor, is just run all over and try to do everything. Worst possible thing you do. Focus on what you're doing. You're going to be in the non-performing note space, be the non-performing. You're being the first, great. Being the second, so being the owner finance. I had a guy today got on the phone with me. He's like, oh, hey, I've been buying and really banging my head against the wall trying to find owner finance notes. And it's just this money. It takes a lot of marketing. I'm like, well, if you go to the bank side, you'll get lists sent to you. Well, you want me to teach them? Well, no, if you really want to do it, you can opt in my website and we'll send you some stuff available. But if you really want to do it, then you probably want to come in and get some training. I've been doing this for 5 years. Okay. Then you can still be doing it in 5 years and still banging your head. Okay. First things first. I know for most of you are like, well, Scott, that's pretty normal. You've talked about those things before. That's okay. We're going to talk about this. And this is what I mean is to do these things in the way I'm going through it. I spent some time this afternoon on this stuff for the webinar tonight. It's important that you're doing these things first. First things first, your website is critical. If you don't have a website, that's not saying you can't connect, you can't find some things, but it's going to be a little bit harder when you don't have a working website, okay? You can use WordPress. Lead Pages is pretty cheap. WordPress, you probably want to find somebody that puts a WordPress account to it. I would not use Wix. Wix is a waste of freaking time and money. Lead Pages is a little bit better, but it's going to be something simple. Simple websites, it doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to have blogs or podcasts on there. You need a homepage with your entity name, maybe your photo, but you need to have a page for your vendors or your trusted partners. You want to throw in a page with your contact, like contact us, and with a link to basically where they can opt in, and your social media links where they can connect with you. And about you is an important page. I think it should be right behind your homepage, about you, about your company, pictures of you and your staff. What's so exciting about you? It's like your executive summary. It's like that paragraph from LinkedIn that you'd be filling out. That should be in there for just about everybody else in their contact information. Doesn't have to be fancy. Lead Pages is pretty simple to set something up until you pay for something. It's going to cost you some money having somebody put a website together for you, probably a couple grand. But keep it simple. 4 or 5 pages is really all you need. I think mine is 7 or 8 pages. But as you grow, doing different things, but just keep it simple. I'm not talking about going and getting a website for your distressed buyers, a website for your private funders, a website for your note business. You just need one website. The biggest problem, most people think that a website will draw clients. A website is just a place where people go to. Just because you've got the most amazing website out there doesn't mean anybody's going to find it if you don't have anything to send them to. And we'll get to those, what you need to be doing to send them to your website. Okay. Very simple. It used to be you could get away with not having a website as long as you had a complete LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn is still important. It's one of the most important things, especially with asset managers. But a website, more and more people said, well, send me to your website. They want to see that you're actually walking the walk. You're wearing the tuxedo to the black tie. Not that it's a tuxedo t-shirt. Okay. And LinkedIn profile, like I said, this is where asset managers go. When you're connecting with asset managers, this is a spot where they go. They're going to check out your LinkedIn profile. All right. As I said before, upload an updated photo. Use the same headshot across the same place. Your LinkedIn, your website, Facebook. Use a current updated photo. All right. And you don't need two profiles. Well, I don't want my boss to find out what I'm doing. Is your boss paying your retirement? Well, no. Well, then tell them you're posting this on there because you're trying to make sure you have a side hustle. You need a side hustle because they're not paying you enough. All right. You get tired every year. Your boss buying a new car. You're still driving the old truck. Okay. Just if you've got an existing LinkedIn profile, just add your real estate stuff below it. Hey, I'm a distressed asset investor. I'm a real estate investor. Simple things. Just add it. Add your LLC entity. Create a LinkedIn profile for your business. Okay. But go through and fill out a full profile. Add your projects. Add your college, where you went to school. Add your experience. Fill out. It's like an online resume. Put deals or other projects. Okay. Things that you're donate to, patents, awards, nominations, whatever. Fill out your whole profile. Link in your LinkedIn to your YouTube account. Bring in YouTube videos. We'll cover that in a second. Right? But a LinkedIn profile, besides your website, are the two most important things you need to have. And if you don't have an updated photo on LinkedIn, you're only shooting yourself in the foot, because if you don't have a photo, I don't connect with you. If you don't agree with me, then fine, go do something else. Because I'm not sitting here telling you this stuff to blow or smoke up your ass. And no offense, I don't care what you think. You don't know better than me. Okay? Trust me on this. Been around long enough, seen plenty of people come through. All right? If you want to try to nickel and dime and cut corners, that's fine. Go learn from somebody else. Because the next thing you need is your social profiles. Okay? And you need your Facebook page, your personal, and create a business profile, okay? It's great for posting updates. We'll get through the updates, okay? LinkedIn personal, we talked about that's necessary. LinkedIn business, is it you or your business, okay? It's your business. You have an entity. You're in a business. You don't see Mark Zuckerberg just doing, well, I'm just getting my personal page. No, he has a Facebook profile. That's kind of a bad analogy, but you get what I'm saying. Yes, YouTube channel is important because video is important. Video is leading the way, and it's great way, actually. A couple of things that YouTube's changed up recently. Great way to connect with an audience that follows you, your tribes. A couple of things that we've been doing recently that have been really kind of cool. Optional, but these areas are growing. Twitter's been around for a while. If you don't have a Twitter account, okay, you're okay with that. But an Instagram account, I think you need to have it, especially since we're in the real estate side of things. Pictures are so big, whether we're looking at assets or looking at deals. I mean, people comment, oh, we love your photos, Scott, from your trip. They say that we loved your email. No, they love the photos, places we went. We got so many people that shared that. I was like, okay, I do that to keep track of where the hell I have been. And it also comes back here, oh, we were in Hawaii last year at this time, or we were somewhere else, okay? I'm doing notes and overage coverage. Should I integrate them or have separate websites? I would say those, if you're doing overage recovery, Chris, those are separate businesses. You want your note business. You want your note in a real estate business. Basically, you have your notes in real estate in one website for the most part, but something that's recovery, that's totally different. Okay. Now let's talk about your YouTube channel. Many of you are like, I have a YouTube channel. Yes, you do. And all you need to really initially have on your YouTube channel is 5 or 6 videos. You want to take the time to film these short videos. And trust me, the reason I'm telling you these short stories, they're simple and short videos, is you're going to use these over and 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 over again. Trust me. But these are the things, if you take the good time, we're talking short and simple, not long at all, okay? Your first one's about you, who you are, your background, your experience. 2, what are you doing? What is note investing? What is overage collection? What is fix and flipping? What is distressed assets? What are you doing? What's your focus? What states are you buying in? What's your buying criteria? Non-performing first, seconds. What are the values you're looking for? That one is going to be one that you're going to probably share a lot with the asset managers, okay? About you, who you are, is from the most watched video that we have on my profile from people going, who is Scott Carson, the note guy? Who's Charles Wilson, the investor? All right? Who's Paul Cooper, the investor? What is Totes of Notes? Okay? Another video should be talking about your team and saying that, hey, it's just not me, myself, and I, and the three of us are doing the business. No, I have a very big team that I focus on. I have the Singer Law Group. We've got Madison Management. We've got Richmond Monroe, right? Or I've got Carnegie Services, or I have whatever. Talk about your staff, your vendors, your strategic partners. Hey, I'm also part, for those that are in Mastermind, I'm part of a Note Mastermind group. Talk about your team. That's a very powerful video to have. I'll get to that, why that's so important later on. Case studies. People remember stories about a deal, okay? Something interesting. Every deal has something interesting. That's what they have the whole thing going on with Loan Tales that we're working on. I got to reach out to a few more people who've not gotten back to me to schedule time for videos. But that's the thing. There's a whole idea with Loan Tales is stories, 50 stories of people and their case studies. People remember stories. When I go out and speak at night, people remember the case study about the lady who named her granddaughter after me, or the person, the duplex in Phoenix that was having that people were stealing the electricity on both sides, or the borrower in Austin, in San Antonio, that signed the property over to me, and we did, his pit bull almost attacked me. Okay, people remember stories. Share your stories. Share some case studies. Okay, and then I would also throw in private lending. Hey, are you looking to put assets to work? Are you looking to invest? We'd love to visit with you. Something simple, not soliciting. Something simple, talking about what private lending is. A little educational video. Okay, and the thing is, you can use PowerPoint to kind of outline these if you don't want your face on the video. Really, what works best is really your smartphone these days. Don't be difficult. If you don't want to do a PowerPoint, great. Write down the details in a note on an index card, tape it to here, and just record yourself talking and looking at the screen. These are not going to be long videos. We're talking 2 to 5 minutes for the most part. Easy to use, but once you film them, upload to YouTube, because you're going to go back and share these over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? Excuse me. So why are these things important? Because I'm telling you that they are. No. They're important because the fact is you want to look the part. Okay? You want to look the part as a note investor. You don't want to be doing things. You don't look like the guy who just pieced together something. You want to look the part, but you know what you're doing. Hey, you may not have closed notes, but you sure look like you know what the hell you're doing. Okay? You look the part. The more you look the part, the better off you're going to be. And we all have to start at some point. Okay? Well, I don't have any case studies. You know what? Go out and find some. Go talk to local investors on the deal. Jump on the WCN Crew Facebook page, Facebook group, and say, hey, here's some case studies that they want. Okay? You want to look the part. It's important. Okay? Take the extra step to polish up your business, because if you do a little bit extra than everybody else is, everybody likes to just throw crap against the wall and see what sticks. If you take the time, work on your logo or work on your website a little bit extra to polish it up, you're going to stand out from the crowd of people doing the least amount of work. And you're going to use these things that I'm talking about, your LinkedIn profile, your Facebook group, your YouTube channel, your YouTube videos. You're going to use these things repeatedly. You might as well spend a little bit of time, a little expert. If you need some help with the video, record it and send it to somebody on Fiverr to work on. Okay? If you're doing 5% extra each day, it's going to go a long way in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 100 days. Look back in 3 months like, holy crap, I did do a little bit extra. If you can commit between now and 90 days from now is going to be September 10th. It's like Labor Day weekend. You can commit now between Labor Day weekend to really work on your hustle and to really polish up some things. You're going to be in a lot better place, especially the last quarter of the year. Okay? This is all polishing up to get to the end of the year. What are asset managers doing? They're taking vacations just like you and I are. They're June, they got kids in school or kids out of school. July 4th is coming. So June, July, August, the first part of August, this is kind of the slowest part of the year as we're in the middle of the second quarter. It gives you an opportunity to really build some great things and build momentum into the fourth quarter. Okay. You don't want to be waiting until November. I mean, we're 6 months from now is December 10th. That's what I'm trying to get. You take advantage of this. Okay. Take advantage of this next 90 days to really get your hustle on your 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. doing these simple things that you can do in the off hours if you're part-time to really help you in 2020. Okay. And the things I'm talking about are not hard items. You just need to really spend the time, sit your ass down and complete them. Okay. So here's your plan of action. Drum roll, please, everybody. All right. Plan of action. 8 weeks of emails to your database. 8 weeks. That's one a week. And you want your emails going out to your general database, not asset managers. I mean, yeah, you're going to have some mix in probably there before, but 8 weeks of emails in your database. 3 to 4 paragraphs max. Hey, how's it going? Here's what we're working on. Love to connect with you. Something simple. Okay. Use your email service provider. Pay for it if your list is big enough. Okay. And then what I mean by that, that means adding your business cards from people you've met at meetup groups and RIA club meetings and your database or people you connect with on Bigger Pockets. Okay. Wherever you met, take their contact information. Heck, you might even jump on, oh my God, LeadFuse to pull some asset manager stuff. You may want to use that to pull 50 to 100 at a time, or 1,000 is what we use it for. Okay. Share the emails across your social media. So if you write an email through like MailChimp and send it out, take the link and share it across your social media. Share it across LinkedIn. Share it to Bigger Pockets. Share it to Facebook group. Hey, here's my most recent email that went out to my database. Okay. And there's kind of a basis. I'll talk about the 8 weeks of emails, what to expect on there. Okay. Of course, you want to include your headshot so people know who the heck they're looking at. The worst thing I can't stand is when people send an email out and they have their entity name, but I don't know who the hell their entity name is. It doesn't give their name, their headshot anywhere. I also hate websites that don't have an about you with a tell me who the heck is this? Who the heck is Notes Connect? Or who's Totes of Notes? Oh, that's Paul Cooper. There's Paul's face. Oh, okay. Because while we still want to have the business, still people still identify with a face. This is still why I like images or headshots on business cards, like the realtor headshot. People, you shouldn't have that. Why not? That gives you an opportunity. It's marketing. We're all in marketing. Why do you want people to think, oh, I don't know who this person is, and toss the card? Okay. When you're doing your emails out to your database, have your social links at the bottom, not at the top. Last thing you want, follow me online. No, just if they're interested, they'll scroll down and connect with you that way. Okay. But also make sure and have it LinkedIn. Have it, if you have your headshot there, have it link. They click on the image, it connects to your LinkedIn profile. But post on here, hey, connect with me on LinkedIn. Click here to connect. All right. You also want to have an opt-in link button somewhere. Hey, opt into our database or find more information. And you can use what's great about MailChimp. It allows for you to create lists, and their opt-in links are very simple to use. Okay. One of the most effective ones that I've seen is when Catherine Brennan came in and we helped her write her email. She said, hey, here's what I'm doing. Many of you know I've been an active real estate agent, investor. Active agent for 10 years, sold over 130 million in real estate in Chicago, but many of you did not know that I'm an active real estate investor. If you'd like to find out some of the deals that we're doing, click here to get on my hot list. And it was an image of just said hot list, and clicked on it, and they were subscribed to our database. Got to have that in the top half. I prefer top right-hand corner like your website. Okay. All right. And then what I would also do, and your emails are going out, remember we talked about the videos. Insert a YouTube video, only one video time at the bottom. And the great is if you do, like we talked about, who you are, what you are in your videos, that's kind of the outline for your 8 weeks of emails going out to your database. Okay. And what I'd also do, this is continued. When you're writing your email, schedule it to go out the same time, the same day. Don't have it go out Monday. Schedule this. Why you want to use an email service provider so it goes out at the time that you want. So if you can, write it on during the week so it goes out like Sunday night's a great one. But if you want it to go out at 7 p.m. Central, That's one time, but that's a little late for people on the East Coast, but too early for people on the West Coast. So using a MailChimp or Infusionsoft or something like that, you can pre-schedule the email to go out like 7 p.m. across the time zone through Time Warp. MailChimp does that really, really cool. But write it before, pre-schedule the email to go out, have somebody review it, run it through a spell check, have somebody review it. Once you've got a really good solid one, save it as a template. So then all you've got to do is change out kind of the guts of the email. Okay. But write it before and pre-schedule email. Do not send it out 2 o'clock in the morning when you're doing it. Pre-schedule it to go out at a later time. Don't do it in the middle of the morning. Don't do it early in the morning. Don't do it late at night. All right. 7 p.m. is probably about the latest you want it to go out. But here's kind of the 8-part series. Hello, I love it. Won't you tell me your name? Boom, boom. It's your hello email. Okay. You would attach the who is Paul Walker video, who is Jeffrey Wolf, the Wolfman, oh video at the bottom there. Because people read it, but they also like to click on the video to watch it. Okay. Second email is more about what you're doing. Hey, yeah, maybe I talked to my previous email, my short email from a week ago, a little bit, hey, how I'm doing this. Here's what we're doing. Okay. 3, and I talked the week before about what we're doing. It's not all me by myself. You may want to preview it. Hey, my email next week, I'll talk more about the team and the team I'm surrounding myself with. And what's great is after your hello email, when you send the second more about what you're doing, you want to include a link to the video, your hello email link that MailChimp provides. But you can also, hey, if you want to, check out my previous video. Okay. Question. So I got a question here. Video inside the email or a hyperlink from a screen capture image. Either way, whatever is the easiest thing for you to do. Okay. Some people want to put a link. I think putting a screen capture where if you can embed it into your email, that's going to be the best thing for it, where they don't have to go off the thing. If you don't know how to do that, then take an image, a screenshot of that, as long as it's not you with a stroke face. But then the link where they click on that picture, then it takes them to the YouTube video. Okay. But then your third video about you, your team, and your vendors. 4 through 7 are case studies. Don't do 3 different case study videos in one email. Give them a little bit. Just feed them a little bit. Give them a little bit each week. Give them a little bit. Don't want to give diarrhea to the mouth. And here's 20 case studies for you to watch. Ah! They'll run screaming the other way. Okay. 1 per email. Hey, here's a case study. Or check out our case study from last week. Did you miss that? Check out our case study about the haunted mansion or the house that backed up the cemetery or whatever. It doesn't need 1 per email. Okay. 8th week is opportunities, invite to meetups, scheduling meeting. Over 8 weeks, that's 2 months. I know I get that. You may want to include, hey, I'd love to, if you're local here in St. Louis, you're local in Tampa, come on out to our local meetup meeting. Okay. It's a great thing. So that's basically 8 weeks of emails. Hey, I'm going to be at the Del Mar racetrack for the meetup group on the first Monday of the month, whatever. Okay. I'll buy you a beer. A beer's on me. Not literally, but you get what I'm talking about. But that's kind of your 8 weeks of videos. Like I said, include a link to the previous week's email at the bottom. So they say, hey, did you miss last week's email? Well, here's a link to go back and you can watch it. And you can do that. It's free to do. It's pretty easy to do. This is why you want to use an email service provider. They'll provide a link for you to look at stuff, okay? And you don't want to just go into Gmail and Yahoo and send an email out. That's a waste of time because you can't see opt-ins. You can't see people that click on the links. You can't see people that unsubscribe. You can't see people that click on. All right? Do you think it would be valuable if you send an email to your database and you're able to see that they clicked on your LinkedIn link? Yeah. They clicked on your LinkedIn link. Because LinkedIn will tell you who's clicking on your links. If you go to LinkedIn and let's see who's trying to connect with you. Connect with those people. Part 2, because that first part is just going out to your database. Just your general database. People you meet, strangers you become friends with, networking. That's what it comes down to. But part 2, it's all about asset managers, okay? All right. And I really want you to pay attention because there's a great way to hit the mark. Okay. Hit the arrow on the mark here. So do not start calling bankers unless you call 50 at a time. Do not start calling bankers unless you have a complete LinkedIn profile and a website. Okay. I got something, oh, I called 10 bankers. Well, do you have a website or LinkedIn profile? No. Well, they're not going to call you back. Right? It actually makes more sense to email asset managers either with a direct email or connecting with them through LinkedIn, through their LinkedIn profile. Okay. If you just start dialing for dollars, that's only really valuable if you have the other assets set up. Because if they get a voicemail or they get something from them and even send an email, if you don't have a LinkedIn profile complete, you just wasted your whole load. You shot your load and didn't get anything done. Okay. Use LinkedIn to connect and send short messages with a link to your YouTube video, what your focus is. So, hey, like it's a connection. Hey, I see, say Jeffrey Wolf is the asset manager, secondary marketing professional at ABC Bank in San Diego. Okay. And I see him and send a short message. Hey, just want to see what you had in your books, wanted to connect. And then I have a link to, hey, what am I looking for? Remember that video we talked about before, what your focus is? That's what you would include. And you want the background to be nice. All right, you don't be standing outside in the sun, sunglasses on. You want to be standing somewhere nice, solid art. People like the background, okay? Paul says something. I've had good luck with using LinkedIn with video. Yep. Thank you, Paul. Coachable, yay. Applause for Paul. Coachable. Once you connect with them on LinkedIn, you send them an email and then a phone call if we haven't already set something up. Yes, and you're doing this on a side hustle. You've got a little bit of different of a 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. thing with your schedule, but your schedule allows for you to do some things. So kudos to you, Paul. This is why you're having success. This is why you closed on, 35s, 40 assets? You're coachable. I love that about you, buddy. Okay. All right. Use your app. Okay. Use LinkedIn. You can use the LinkedIn app here to avoid limited numbers. A lot of you that have very small connections on LinkedIn will run into, well, it won't let me do anymore. Okay. Well, save what you're typing, even with a link, save it and take the time to type it out here on a notepad. And then you can connect with people and copy paste that as a direct message to them. Okay. And you know what? If you got to pay for LinkedIn for a month for $99 for the month, do it. It'll help you get your numbers up and get beyond that. Okay. But otherwise, usually the free LinkedIn counts. Okay. And honestly, you could very easily knock out 20 of these copy pastes in an hour at a time. I'd say more, but some of you struggle with copy paste. Okay. What I'm saying, what I mean by copy paste is that the thing you type once, it fits in the right numbers, you save that. Okay. You save that to a Word doc or Excel, whatever, and that's what you're copy pasting besides, hey, John, or hey, Jeff, or hey, Mary, something simple. Okay. Now, what you should also do, asset managers are going to go to your profile to check out what you're doing. They see on LinkedIn. So part of what I want you to do is if you've written an email, that's why we talked about the emails first to your database, post those links as, hey, here's my newsletter. Post that to your profile as an update or as a blog. And that way, ask me, oh, they are actually posting something. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. I'm getting into the story of Paul. I'm getting into the story of Charles. I'm getting the story of Jeff, of Laura, of Beth, of Katie. I like their stories. I want to work with you. I like them. If people like you, they'll send you more deals. Trust me. Okay. So Wesley Williams says, so if I have in my profile, I'm a real estate agent, should I have a second profile or just change what I do? Okay. You don't need a second profile. One profile. Just put real estate agent and investor. Okay. Or real estate investor and agent, Wesley. Investor and agent. That's all you got to do. And then put your thing down at the bottom there about what your company's name is. Okay. One profile. Having two LinkedIn profiles is the stupidest thing you could have. Just takes away from your general database and some things, especially how LinkedIn works to go out once you've added your profile or pulled in emails and things like that to you. You want to have just one profile. Trust me. Okay. All right. You don't need to change what you do, Wesley, in Memphis, if I remember correctly. Just add that paragraph that you're a real estate investor. Put in a real estate investor because you can customize it what it first says. Okay. All right. All right, what do I have next on here? If your LinkedIn isn't complete, don't do it. Don't call bankers. Don't email asset managers. Finish your LinkedIn profile. Okay. Have a good photo. All right. If you're not doing those things, don't do it. Just wait. Take the time because this is important. This is one of the most important aspects of your business. Okay? You think like Domino's Pizza is going to go in and start selling pizzas when the place is under rehab? No, they want it to be complete. The restaurant to look nice. Okay? You want your restaurant technically is your business is technically right now your website and your LinkedIn profile. You got to have that make sure that there's a front door and a back door and a restroom. Okay? You don't want to make sure they're like, oh, it's just a facade. There's nothing there. No. That makes sense, everybody? All right. Moving on. You can do this is an easy thing to do at any given time. You can do this any part of the day. It doesn't need to be during 7 a.m. to 2 a.m., whatever. Send connections. And I would do this Monday through Thursday if you're sitting there killing lunch or killing time or watching the game. Like tonight, I'll probably do that when I get out of here. I'll be at home watching game 6, hopefully. The Warriors pull it out. But I'll probably be doing that. Stuff's like, what are you doing? Like, I'm just adding connections. I'm like typing in people's names, like note investor, real estate investor. Okay. I'm connecting with people. Now, with asset managers, you do the same thing with asset managers. That's what I'm trying to get at. You could add 200 asset managers connections in a week easily by just copy pasting and adding connections. Okay. Now, you probably will only get about 10% of people connecting with you, but that's still, if you did that 200 invites out in a week and you get 10% that accept, that's 20 asset managers. Okay. This is the hot list, as like Paul mentioned, to call or to email directly if you've got time. Okay. If you don't have time to call, then if you're working, then maybe you do it during your lunch break, or maybe you sneak out and make a phone call, or you follow up with an email. Just do that. Okay. Yes, Warriors. It is Warriors because I will not root for Toronto. Will not root for Toronto and that traitor Kawhi Leonard. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan. Come on. I'm a big Kevin Durant fan. University of Texas. Come on now. Hook 'em horns. Anyway. But anyway, going back to this. You could do, like, I'm not joking, 50 per day. Knock you, boom, 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 knock it out. It's done. Okay. If you connect with them and then they disclose, you can see their emails on their profile, then send a personalized email with a mail merge, but include their name. Like if Wesley Williams is connected, I see Wesley's email. I don't say asset managers. I don't get cheap and just send a bulk email where it's the same. No, I want to try to personalize that first and last name. Hey, Wesley, great visiting with you. Great connecting with you on LinkedIn. Okay. And expect to have to follow up again and again. If you're leaving phone calls or sending emails, the reason you use a CRM or an ESP, email service provider, you can see who opened the emails. Those that open up, great. You can see that if those that didn't open up, you're going to have to email again. Okay. Now, right now, I would probably just send an email to your asset managers once every 2 weeks right now. It's the holiday. It's summer. They're on vacations. If you do it every week, you're going to get frustrated. Do it every other week. If you do it every other week, it'll be better. Okay. But I would still, if you send an email to your asset managers, post the email as a blog to LinkedIn, because asset managers that are just coming across your information will go there and say, oh, you did send this letter out. Oh, you did send an email. Oh, you do have a video on here. It tells me what you're looking for. Okay. Include videos to case studies about you, your focus. Include those videos that we talked about beforehand in the email. Okay. Making sense so far? Good. All right. Part 3, continued marketing. What is going on here? Well, that's weird. Hang on a second. My PowerPoint just did something weird. Let's go back here. That's weird. Okay. All right. Let's talk about continued marketing. Let me make sure I didn't do something here. Part 2, continued. Yep. Okay. Boom. All right. Part 3, continued marketing. This is something you're going to do on a regular basis. This makes it part of your checklist that you do every week. Okay. And this is something very simple. Just do one new video per week. One more 5-minute video per week. You can do more than that, but one should be the minimum. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how seasoned you are, how much hair you have or don't have. Everybody can do one video per week. I don't, I'm so introverted. You know what? You're in business. Get over it. Okay. And the things you can share, new assets you're working on, or a new case study, or a previous deal you've done in the past, or the previous house you flipped. I don't care what it is. Share your journey. All right. Hey, I'm working on this week. We're going to San Diego for the Magnify Our Wealth Summit. We're going to be going to Note Camp Commercial. Or, hey, I got Bill Grissmer, who runs the Core E group in Columbus. Let's talk with Bill and what Bill's focused on. Okay. Or the topic at the RIA Club, at the HEB RIA group in Arlington. I had to focus this week. And it was really great. Or it was a great focus on this, and it was like, okay. Most importantly, be yourself. Don't try to be Scott Carson. Don't try to be Gary Vaynerchuk. Sure as hell don't want to be Jeff Wolf, okay? Don't want to be that guy. The world can only handle one of you. You don't want to be a Bill Griesmeyer. There's only one of Bill. There's only one of you. So be the one of you, okay? All right? Don't be somebody else. Don't be Scott Carson. Just be yourself, okay? And most important thing, make sure you've got good lighting. All right? Sometimes the best lighting is you don't need a social light like I have here. You could literally just take a lamp, one of your lamps, and take the lampshade off. It'll often give you good light coming in. And then make sure you're just doing steady videos, steady camera. Somebody hold the camera while you're filming. All right. Get you a selfie stick or a tripod, something. Trust me on this. It'll be helpful. Okay. Somebody else said something here. Paul says, I bought that social light and it's awesome. Totally worth the money. Yeah, I'm using it right now. It's giving me a nice tan here in my office. I'm just joking. I'm already tan as it is. But anyway, don't upload shitty videos. Trust me, your good videos will go a long way. All right. That's our number one resource for things that we see is our videos. This is why we do so much video with the podcast. This is why we do these Note Night in Americas as webinars and record them, because they're the biggest bang for the buck each week. Okay. All right. Oh, that was interesting. Continue to grow. Part 4 here. Okay. Another thing you can do, I know they're like, well, that doesn't seem like a lot once I got it down. That's right. It probably isn't. You can attend one networking event per week. Okay. One per week. Now, if you're in a smaller town, if you're within an hour of some place that's got a networking group, spend the hour, jump in the car, use that opportunity to your spouse or business partner, or carpool with other investors. That's always a good thing to do. Lunch or evening. If you're working during the day, can't make lunch, obviously. If you're working at night, maybe you make the lunch ones. But trust me, it's always worth going to. No matter, I don't know, you want to sit home and watch the NBA Finals, or you want to watch WrestleMania or Monday Night Raw, whatever you want to watch. Okay. Just trust me. It's always been you're one connection away from having amazing things happen. You're one person, one investor, one nugget away from something clicking and going off in your business. Now, if you're near a big city, look for Saturday events in big cities. Quest Trust Company, obviously Houston or Dallas or Austin, doing big things, or find out what's going on in a bigger city. You know, for those that came to the mastermind, I'm looking for bigger events, not only in Austin, but Dallas, that I can market to online for with connections. Okay. But you have REI clubs are doing like Sunday lunch and learns. You know, I'm not telling you to go to these things and buy. I would go to something that was a networking event. Okay. Like our buddy Adam Adams loves to go on the apartment bus tours, because he's raising capital from doing that. It's a phenomenal thing. Our buddy Wayne Snell loves going to local REIA club meetings once a week, because he's not only eating and drinking for free most of the time, he's meeting some great people. Okay. But the thing is, go and connect with people. Don't be a wallflower. If they've got a networking event, people are in the lobby networking, talking, just go up and introduce yourself. Don't be scared to say anything. Go sit and hide in the back. You just wasted your time. Half of what going to a networking event is actually building the business card, building the database. Okay. It's important to do. Okay. Make it a game. Add them to your database. If you come with 2 people, divide and conquer. Hey, you go work that side of the room. I'll work this side of the room, and we'll take our contacts and put them together. I still do this to the day. My buddy Tom Hazard from Potted Ties, he goes to an event, I go to an event. He gets a stack of business cards. I get a stack of business cards. We share them. We just expanded our audience, doubled our take on connections. Still do this at events. Okay. Now, one of the most important things besides just getting a business card, woo, yay! I got a business card. It's worthless if you don't do anything with it. So take the time. That night is even nice, or the next day. Take the time to send a follow-up email to them with links to your website, your social, or hey, I've got to send a customized email, personalized email. Hey, great, Jeff, it was great meeting you in San Diego, Del Mar. I'm really looking forward to learning more about the artwork that you're doing, but I'm also interested in hearing more about your real estate investing. Love to connect with you. I actually have a blog I do. I'd love to add you to it. Here's a link to it, or here's some videos about what I do. Okay. Something simple. Okay. But send that in 24 hours. Okay. So try to get it sent within 24 to 48 hours at the worst. So many people never send a follow-up email and they shoot themselves in the foot and they don't have any type of success. All right. Bill Griersmar, one of the best guys at work in a room to get business cards. He's constantly, Bill's like at events. All right, can I swap cards with you? And if they don't have cards, text and get their information. I'll sometimes take business cards and say, okay, here, fill your information on this, give it back to me. We'll swap it out. I do this at events when I have a booth. One of the most valuable. You don't have a card? Here, fill this out. You'll get my free report? Hey, fill this out. There are other things you can do, but that's the easiest thing, business cards. Or, hey, just take some blank business cards. Helps out people. Why these things, though? Okay. Why these things if you're a note hustler? Okay. These are all things except like going to the networking events. Most of these things are things that you can do at off times. So if you got a busy season that you're busy till 7 o'clock at night, great. Here's something you can do an hour, 2 hour at a time. Okay. Why these things? People respond to stories. That's why the YouTube videos. That's why the article, the people like to see, they like to read, they like to listen. Okay. You don't want to just, I bought a house, it's worth $100,000, paid $15,000 for it, put $35,000 into it. I made $50,000. No. Hey, this great little house a hoarder lived in. Or every house, every deal has something interesting. Okay. Or how you got it, or how you came across. Okay. This is something that these things we talk about will help you not only find investors by growing your database, and it'll be a general transition of them not only getting your database, but wanting to learn more. The fact that they see you doing these things is going to lead to them. Well, I want to learn more. You're doing more than everybody else I see. I go to the real estate clubs and 95% of the people I go to aren't doing shit. But you are. I want to invest with somebody who's doing something. I don't care how many you've done. You look like you know what the hell you're doing. Oh, you've got a team around you. You're part of a mastermind group. Oh, I like it. Okay. Asset managers, banks. Oh, you look like you know what the heck you're doing. Very rarely they ask you how many deals have you done. Only if you start doing something stupid or you look stupid. Okay. Your audience is going to continue to grow if you do this. You have to give yourself time to grow. This is not 0 to 6 days in success. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a build wealth. Okay. Your audience will grow. If you're looking for somebody with fake Lamborghinis and hoochies, then go waste your time with them. They can take your money and not do anything. Me, I'm going to give you nuts and bolts and just straight up tell you like it is. Okay. Comment here. No, you don't want to be another Ty Lopez. Yeah, I'll tell you how Ty makes his money. He knows how to freaking market to build a database, and then he just uses affiliate stuff and gets a split off all that stuff. That's how Ty pays for his rented Lambos. Okay. And the thing is, as people start to connect with you, take the time. I'm not saying Facebook stalk them, but go and connect with them. Hey, I'd love to connect with you. We still do this. And I always crack up Steph's like on the cruise. Oh, we met some people at dinner. Let's go. What's your Facebook profile? Let's connect. You know, our table mates, our Disney cruise, we're connected with them. They're gonna come to an event we're doing later on in the year, something fun. So if you really like somebody or they get along with it, why not connect with them? Whether it's on Facebook, LinkedIn, Bigger Pockets is such an untapped source. If it weren't such horrible about allowing you to do it, I would spend more time on Bigger Pockets. Connecting with 12 people in a day is the max, and it just drives me bonkers. But these items are all simple things, but they're effective. Okay. And the thing is that we're talking about is they start seeing you on these other things. They see you on your LinkedIn. They see your email. They see your YouTube video. They get a notice for you. Like YouTube now has this great thing of community where you can send an email and it goes out to everybody that's subscribed to your YouTube channel. Like I set a link out and Lo and behold, I had like 30 people sign up off that one link that was specifically for my YouTube channel. I'm like, oh my gosh, great. These things I'm talking about are pretty cheap. The only thing we talked about that could cost you anything is your email service provider that you got to pony up with, okay? And then your LinkedIn, if you're going to pay for 1 month of things, or your Bigger Pockets account. And that's pretty inexpensive, okay? But these simple things are the lifeblood of the business. It's the red blood cells of your circulatory system, of making things happen, new blood in, new rotating through, fresh blood's going through your arteries. This is the lifeblood of our business, everybody. Okay? It's not sexy. It's not sexy. But it sure as hell works, everybody. Okay? It works. If you just do this, if you're side hustle, if you're looking at this thing, like I need to get into it, what I need to do. Look, if you're doing these things, you're going to have faster success than somebody who's not doing it. That's what you do. Well, I need to know specifically how long it's going to take me. Like, I don't know what your time frame is. If you're looking to do and they said the magic, what's the least that I have to do? And then I said, the least that you have to do is nothing. You don't have to make phone calls. You don't have to send emails out. You don't have to connect with anybody. You're going to get what you put into it. The more you focus on this, the faster you can get where you need to be. The more connected you're going to be. More people are going to take notice of what you're doing and start doing things. Not only nationwide, but around you. And it's what's important. You guys can do some amazing things. I believe in everybody out there. These are things that everybody can do. Everybody. Your spouses, you, heck, half your kids probably, or half you have kids that could help you out with it. Okay. So rinse and repeat. Share your videos and emails to Bigger Pockets, repost them to LinkedIn, grow your community on YouTube. If you post regularly and connect with people, I love this. You can post notices. I talked about that a minute ago. Grow your following, your business profiles on your Facebook business page. You end up actually, if you have people that like your business page and you post things there, they're more likely to see in your business page than they are on your personal page, because Facebook likes to hide things that only about 10% of your audience sees things. Okay. You can see who's checking out your LinkedIn profile. I use that to connect with people. I connected with 2 asset managers today that were checking it out. I connected with 3 note investors yesterday who were checking out my profile. Okay. And I start sending emails to those that just open your emails. Okay. Like I'll look back. Okay. I only want to send an email who's opened up my last 5 emails or my last 6 emails. Okay. Because I got a big database, but that doesn't mean I want to send emails out to 60,000 people when only 13,000 are open them. Okay. So that's the thing. I only want to send emails out to that are open my emails. If you send emails on a regular basis, you should probably do this on a regular basis. If somebody hasn't opened your email at all, probably just want to kick them out of your database because they're costing you money. Okay. But the other thing is that you're going to get higher open rates, more responses, and call to actions. People actually do what they say they're going to do. It's going to reduce your spam and costs along the way too, which is important. So keep it simple, silly. KISS method for y'all. 1 email to database per week. That's going to take you about an hour of time putting it together. A little bit longer the first time, but trust me, when you figure out what am I going to write about this week, that's it. 1 email to asset managers. That can take you an hour per week to pre-write that. 1 video per week. I know 1 5-minute video is going to take most of you 30 minutes, and you're having to redo it 5 or 6 times. It's all right. You didn't learn how to ride a bike the first take, so don't be so hard on yourself. Okay. I still screw up a lot of time on video all the time. I was sending a text message today to somebody who opted into something with a video, and I had to take it 3 times because I screwed up on it. So don't worry about it. Online marketing or reposting, what I mean by that is sharing it to your Facebook, your LinkedIn off of what you're writing. It's 30 minutes of sharing or less. Going to 1 meetup per week is roughly 3 hours of time. Okay. If you're going to copy paste to 200 different connections of their special asset managers, secondary marketing professionals, or real estate note investors, that's going to take you roughly 4 hours. If you add that up, 1 hour, 30, 3, and 4, that comes a total of 10 hours per week. And that's the lifeblood of your business. And that's where everybody should start. That's the basic lifeblood, simple things to start getting the word out. It's going to take some time. There's some ramp up time. You're not going to be a ninja overnight. Okay. You don't become Iron Chef on your first macaroni and cheese dinner. Okay. But that's what I would recommend. That's what I would recommend for you note hustlers out there that are on the part-time basis looking to do something. And even some of you guys that are full-time, hey, sometimes we get away from things. We get so bogged down into diving into some assets. You got to make sure and reserve the time to get the nuts and bolts done. Because if you don't focus on the nuts and bolts, eventually they're going to become weak and your business is going to fall apart because you didn't focus on the small issues. Okay. Or better yet, you do this a couple times and you set this up for your assistant to do a lot of this stuff. It's not that hard to do. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns from anybody out there? Yeah, Paul, you're exactly right. Paul says, I've had a lot of people reach out to me to either invest, sell after about 6 months of emails and videos. It takes a little bit of lead time. It does. 6 months is a very common thing. We get that all the time. People are like, oh, I've been following you for 6 months. Okay. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it. Some more questions here. Thanks, Colleen. Thanks, Rob. So, anyway, that's what I have for you tonight on the Note Hustler. Okay. Not difficult, not meant to be overwhelming, but 10 hours. For some of you, it's going to take 15 hours or 10 hours work the first time because you got to figure it out. But that's going to get better and better and better. If you make it a game and focus on those easy numbers in a checklist, great. You've done it. Step 2, part 2 again. All right, let's see here. Step 2, part 2. This is being live streamed on YouTube, so you can always go back and watch it on YouTube. Hang on here. Great first video back. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. Thanks, Wesley. Let me go back here. Thanks, Joe. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go subscribe there. Also, guys, I really love it. If you would not mind, if you've not left a review on iTunes for the podcast, I would really love it. That's my call to action to you guys tonight. Please take the time, go to iTunes and leave a review if you enjoy what we talk about. Okay. Oh, yes, Sabrina, exactly right. Watch this with my dad. He said we need to implement this for commercial real estate biz too. This is any type of real estate. You're exactly right. Works commercial notes, commercial real estate. These are simple things that will be beneficial. And I'm so glad you brought that up, Sabrina. The things that you got to realize is this works any type of real estate you're doing. Residential, commercial, realtor, mortgage broker, whatever, title. If you do these things and you tweak it for whatever your little niche is, it's going to work for you. It's going to help you drive some great stuff out there as well. Sounds good, George. Glad to have you back, Minister. All right. Online marketing systems. Yes. Great bones for, yeah, it is. It's all great bones for that stuff, everybody. So hopefully that's helpful for you guys. Go out, make something happen. Please, please, please do something. That's all I can say. I don't do these for my own health. I do these to help you guys accomplish things because I know you're capable of doing some things and doing bigger things. And sometimes you want to stretch and do bigger things. You want to stretch, stand up and stretch. We can all do a little bit more. I can do more. Okay. There's things I can do to help my business get a little bit better. And I encourage you all to do that. But I look back at this is the lifeblood of what we do. It becomes second nature. Hey, like last night, I was already, I got to get an email out. I got to get something out. I get marketing out for Monday night. I got to do it. I got to, I'm focusing. She's like, that's like, what are you doing on LinkedIn? I'm like, because I'm just killing some time here, waiting on a woman. All right. Anyway, go out, guys. Have a great rest of your week. And next Monday night will be for the WCN crew members out there in our private training next Monday, the next 2 Mondays. Otherwise, go out, make something happen, and we'll see you all at the top, everybody. Bye. Thanks, Paris.